Hi guys! Okay, we're back, but today's a little different than my normal videos. One, this is like a few days before because I'm trying to do things a few days ahead of time, and I've noticed since I've been doing it this way that my lips are really uneven every day. Nothing I can do. My lips are actually uneven, so you guys get to see me in my full glory. No, it's not COVID. It is dry throat because I have not drank anything. Okay, so today's story is, because this is story time, because this might be entertaining. Okay, how I got banned from a Disney store. Yes, I had a permaban from a Disney store. And not for the reasons you'd think. This was actually probably the first time I had ever ran into a Karen. I did not work at the store. I was actually there with my son, who is now 21, who was like less than 2. I never went back into a Disney store after this because it really irritated me. And it still irritates me today, even though it's been years. Okay, so we'll start off with, at this time, my son had a absolute love, hey Chezzy, for Pikachu. Let me get a drink real quick. I'm going to pause this and I am going to go and get a drink. Okay, just got back. This is wonderful. I can pause the recording, guys, to where when I'm getting up and taking care of the dogs, I'm really not wasting my time. Okay, back to this beautiful story. Now, well, my Boo Bear was 18, 19 months. He had a fascination with Pokemon, especially Pikachu. He would imitate Pikachu. He would sit there and go, Pika, 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 Pika. He'd sit there and do that stuff. It was hilarious. I wish that we all had cameras back then like we do now, because that was absolutely hilarious. Now, okay, I was at the mall. We were walking around because this was when malls were still a big thing. And you could go to them and just spend a whole day just really not doing anything. So I went into the Disney store with my son. He had his Pikachu. And this little kid runs up to my son, and this is my first thing. Okay, back then, I think I had red and black hair, and I was wearing fishnets. I was skinny still, so yeah. You guys know how this goes. You know these two. Guys, Mommy's doing stuff. Cheza, keep up. Be nice. They're not going to be nice. They're into playing right now. Hi, Luna. Oh my God, hello. Okay, so we proceed to go into the Disney store. Just me and my son. No problems. My son's dad I think he was flirting with someone. I don't know. I didn't see. He was supposed to be with us and he wasn't with us. So this little boy runs up to Boo and grabs his Pikachu. Literally takes this Pikachu from this 18, 19-month-old child. So Boo starts crying. In walks the Mama Karen. And she's like, you need to... Okay, let's get the right attitude. I have too big of boobs. You need to silence your child. I look at her and go, is that your child? She's like, my precious Preston, yes. Ma'am, he just took my son's Pikachu. No, My precious Preston would never take any other child's toy. No, he just took my son's Pikachu. I'm being nice at this point. And this lady was like, no, that's my son's Pikachu. He wouldn't take someone's, or it belongs to the store. Okay, but your child just took that Pikachu from my child, and my child has had that Pikachu for a while. I didn't even buy it here. I bought it at a card game shop like 2-3 months prior. As I said, he had a thing for Pikachu. So, that's enough. That's enough. You're in trouble too. No. I know all you want is the chew. Chew toys. This is all over chew toys, guys. So, Preston and Karen. I don't know if that's really the kid's name, but this is literally the way she was doing it. And I was like, okay, but your child just took my son's toy. Still trying to be nice, but I look like a little goth princess. And she was like, that can't be your child. That child is dressed too well. I have tattoos. Yeah. Don't hide my tattoos very well because, yeah, they're right here on my chest here. So she's like, that's not your child. Plus, I was little tiny. I looked really young and everything else. So, yeah. Because I don't look my age right now. I didn't look my age back then. I looked probably about 14, 15 years old, and I was 22. I worked at a bar, so yeah, I really got looks. But, yeah, so I'm sitting here going, okay, ma'am, no, he took my son's toy. I'm being very polite right now. She's like, no, it's my son's. I'm like, okay, you can ask the manager. Like, what are you talking about? And she calls the manager. This is why I get the permaband. He walks over and goes, is there a problem? This exact look. I don't remember what his name was or anything else. This was the Penn Square Mall Disney store when they had it. Or was it, well, it was one of the two. But in turn, he looks at me and goes, is there a problem with my wife? And I'm like, your son just stole my son's Pikachu. My son would not do that. You were probably stealing it from the store. I'm like, you don't even have Pikachus. How would I be stealing a Pikachu from a store that doesn't even sell Pikachus? To me, it was a viable question. How would I steal a Pikachu from a store that doesn't sell Pikachu? So then he started accusing me of stealing it from a store that would sell a Pikachu. But at this time, Pikachu was not as mainstream. You could not get a Pikachu in the mall. I should know, I went to Spencer's, I went to Hot Topic, I went to all those stores. I bought a lot of my clothes from Hot Topic and everything at that point. But yes, he informed me that I must have stole it from another store, and he didn't want a thief in his store. And I was like, because I had gone in there because he had taken an interest in a Disney character. I think it was like Tigger or something. And so I was going to get him a little plushie. Let's just say I didn't get my plushie. His wife started berating me and calling me all kinds of wonderful things, calling me a thief and a liar because her son wouldn't steal from my child. And this guy proceeded to go and, along with his wife, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I walk into? He proceeded to sit there and talk crap to me. This is coffee, by the way, guys. But he proceeded to berate me and everything else, and I was just a 22-year-old mother. Apparently, because the way I dressed and because I had tattoos and I had black lipstick on and black eyeshadow and everything else, apparently I was a thief. I don't steal, I don't cheat, I don't lie. And that's always been a thing with me. So in turn, I kind of lose my cool. I went off. My son's eyes were just like, he was still crying because he lost his Pikachu, because this little boy took it, and he was going mine to this child that took his Pikachu. And this kid was just like, I'm getting away with it, I'm getting away with it. Probably that gummy too. That's why I did it that way. I lost it. I went up one side and down the other of both of them. And this guy proceeded to go, well, you can't talk to my wife that way. You can't talk to me that way. And our son wouldn't steal. And he proceeded to call security to have me exited. So I flew my birds as I walked out, and he said, don't ever come back in here because we'll have you arrested. And in my head, I'm thinking, no, I won't ever come back in. I can't support a store that actually supports children that steal. So I have not been back in a Disney store in over 20 years. And my daughter loves Disney. Well, the darker side of Disney. Let's just say that. My daughter is exactly like I was at her age, so everything is kind of dark and dank. I love her wall and everything. But yeah, so over 20 years, I have not stepped foot in another Disney store. I have not bought anything Disney because of this issue. I have some Nightmare Before Christmas pops. I didn't buy them. My son bought them for me. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I had the CD, the DVD, I had all that stuff. And yeah, that's the only thing from Disney I have bought in 20 years. And that's because it came out when I was a teenager. And I loved the movie. My kids and I watch it every year on the holidays because it's our Christmas movie. But please like and subscribe. If you guys want more stories, let me know. I've got tons of them. Because when you have tattoos like this on your chest, you get all kinds of fun remarks. And you get all kinds of fun things that happen to you because you live in the Bible Belt. See you guys later. Be good to each other, okay?